That's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
Une petite pensée, mesdames et messieurs, pour le président d'un de nos clubs de supporters qui fête son anniversaire aujourd'hui.
A moment to savour for all of us. Lined up on the start line, their eyes fixed on the prize. It is the ultimate calm before the inevitable storm. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So that's got things underway. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm?
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually...
It's Okazaki! And it's a goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Number 20, Shinji
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. That is a brilliant interception. Valverde can clear it away. That has not gone well. Seedorf. Now it's Ibrahimovic. That is good strength. Okazaki defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Conte. Seedorf. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Oh, no joy this time. Moved on forwards. But he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Phoenix Rising clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Quality ball. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Can he get it through? Azar. Now it's Inzaghi. Nice looking ball. Schmeichel gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And we have our very first corner. Cannavaro is there, and he can get that clear. Now here's the delivery. Okazaki! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, important interception. Nesta clears. That's a throw. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Now it's Ibrahimovic. That ball looks a good one. And the finish! Loose ball now, and there's a... Oh, what has happened here?
Messi really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Nesta. Conte. That is Conte. Antonetti. It's a searching pass. No, couldn't quite catch up to that. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
Phoenix Rising definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Linton. And it's Inzaghi. Now, can they get him away? Now, that's well seen too. Cannavaro. Linton. And that could set him on his way. Inzaghi! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
What a pass. One that literally dropped into his path. It was asking to be finished.
He's found the way through. It's Ibrahimovic! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
They want to be quick to recover this. Filippo Inzaghi. 40 minutes gone. Half-time closing in. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Camavinga getting this one clear. Nesta. Looking for options for movement. Nesta spots it and intercepts. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Linton. He's a sharp little ball here.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Well timed, excellent interception. Tries to pass it through. And that's been drilled in. That's the end of the first 45. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Annecy go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So, into the second half.
Annecy can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
That is ended up in no man's land. Griezmann. And he's making progress on the ball. It's played through for him. He has found a way through. Oh, great leap! Not a bad try by any means.
Yeah, he may have snatched it down a bit, even though it was quite close.
Valverde. Not the most accurate pass. Seedorf is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Now it's Schneider. No, it's come to nothing. And it's Inzaghi. Azar. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Zanetti. Seedorf. And this is Schneider. Schneider ploughing through the middle. Still chasing the game, trailing by one. Ibrahimovic being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Oh, he's done well. Great stop. This is a promising build-up. Played into space. Okazaki has found the net here, of course. Nicely spread. Now it's Griezmann. Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Might be danger here.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that pass just didn't quite work.
Phoenix Rising couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Has a look up and delivers. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Seedorf. Silvestre. And it's Ibrahimovic. And that's another good win of the ball. Kante promptly onto that, and that is that. And here's Ibrahimovic. Filippo Inzaghi. Great vision. That has been cut short. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Phoenix Rising clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And he's there to belt it away.
Phoenix Rising surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Tries to play it through. In with the challenge.
Substitution on the field. Number 20, Okazaki. Ilhan Mansons.
Here it is, crossed in. Do it. Proves too strong.
Danny Olmo.
That's really well manoeuvred. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. So, what can they make of this? Oh, easy pickings there. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Massaro. That's a shade optimistic. Deftly away. Just 5 minutes left.
Anesi really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Seedorf. Now it's Inzaghi. Seedorf. Massaro. That's that, the end. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to... Oh, with every game that goes by, the picture becomes that little bit clearer. Another practice run under the belt, another qualifying lap, all in a bid to ensure that it will be their name on the exclusive grid. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And that gets things running. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I think you're going to have to go a very long way to find a better all-round midfielder than Fede Valverde. He's got the engine to do all the covering, but he's a lot more than that. He's got the strength, the tackling ability, good composure on the ball and balance in his game. So you'd really struggle to find any weakness.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. And he's heaved it away. Played into space. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. Anagata presented with a golden opportunity here. So this to break the deadlock. 1-0, just one winner. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, he dipped into a world of focus then and dismissed any distraction.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. Pinches it off him.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Anagata leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. And we have our very first corner. Another corner. Any better luck this time round? Anagata have their second corner now. De Gea breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Now, can they get him away? Great chance! It's bounced back off the post. And he thumps it clear. Hazard. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's Inzaghi, looking for options for movement. Great ball, and he's in here, and a shot! Seedorf, whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Camavinga. Inzaghi! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end. Okazaki proves too strong, too smart. Takes a shot! Off the post! And that was very necessary. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. That's a nicely shaped ball. De Gea chooses to deal with it himself. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. That's the throw. Tries from distance. Ibrahimovic. And here's Inzaghi.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Goal goes for the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Cout really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
That has been knocked clear. Camavinga. It's gone for a throw-in. Played it again.
OK, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
He won't be happy with that one. This is a promising build-up. Seedorf has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. That is good alertness. And it's made its way to him. And he's intervened well there. And it's Ibrahimovic. Azar. Nicely shaped ball. This looks promising. Goes for a shot! And the ball's come loose here. Oh, he's been caught napping. Has a look up and delivers. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
Anesi can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Oh, nicely intercepted. Conte. Joelinton going forward. And he plays one through. And it's Inzaghi. There's the shot! It's a goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
And here's Ibrahimovic. And he's found a way past. Goes down, but nothing given. That's put paid to the danger. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Foot in. Couch. And that's aimed into the middle. And he's there to deal with it. And here's Valverde. Crossed in once more. And back out.
Filippo Inzaghi really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And reclaimed it in a trice. And here's Couch. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Schneider. Oh, that's a key interception. That's rather hopeful. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Ibrahimovic is being harried and hassled.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game.
Tries one from range! And that is quite wonderful! A finish of true class! And the comeback is complete! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Phoenix rising, leading now.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. It's loose now, and they want to get it back. And the pass is intercepted. And this is Inzaghi. Seedorf can see things others simply cannot. And it's Zanetti. Griezmann.
And Messi really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Zanetti. For Conte. Annecy ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Conte. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Well, played right into his path. And a header! Defending of the desperate variety. It's Snyder! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, the way he set himself up was just so clever. No wonder he's disappointed.
Le numéro 7, Griezmann. Le numéro 17. À leur place, le numéro 21. Le numéro 10. Changement en cours.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. So a double change here, and both changes are offensive.
Yeah, and it looks like quite a shake-up to the front line. Interesting, we'll see how it develops.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And back to the keeper. David De Gea gets it away. Silvestre spots it and intercepts. Can he get it through?
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Off target by a whisker. That is ended up in no man's land. Threads one in. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. Schneider. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
Searching pass he's played there. And no, that was never going to make it. And it's Joelinton. Rashford. Pass somewhat off target. Zanetti. Well, that looks a decent ball. And now they can clear their lines.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Garnacho. Oh, that's delightful. Oh, that's fabulous. Drives it in. And it's safely in the keeper's hands.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps
Schneider.
additionnel.
It's a searching pass. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And that will be it. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game.
Une petite pensée, mesdames
You
et
look back
messieurs.
on the game. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Annecy.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We're up and running then. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, this guy, the supremely confident Hakan Çalhanoğlu, is always a good watch, Peter. He apparently considers himself the world's third best midfielder, but I'd leave that for the moment. He's a player that adds unpredictability to any team he plays in, and he's allowed to pull the strings from that central space he likes to inhabit.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. No, it's come to nothing. That has not gone well. Great vision. Oh, good take in a good area. Çalhanoğlu. And it's Messi. And Gusto. And now the breakaway. Çalhanoğlu. Another pass, just keeps it ticking over. And he's managed to get free. Shot goal! He's scored! That was a given, it always was.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
So, a breakthrough already. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. He's not got that quite right. Van Dijk. And Gusto. And it's Timber. Messi. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nicely worked. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Zanetti can see things others simply cannot. Indonesia are a team that take pride in possession.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. They like to be brave with the ball, get on it, have a go, Peter, try something different. They certainly have the players who are very eager to take that on.
That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Timber. And that is a little undercooked. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Schneider. Getting up there. Bastoni getting this one clear. And here's Griezmann, and it's Schneider. And this is Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Annecy with the corner, there first. De Gea breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Indonesia have the chance to go the other way. Messi. Gyökeres. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. Well read, and the danger is averted. Nesta clears without hesitation. Now that's a lovely exchange. Silvestre did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Pass somewhat off target. Gusto. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. They're urging him to shoot. Zanetti can clear it away.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. And it's Neymar. And he's picked out the run. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And he's intervened well there. Pedri. And it's Serginho.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That is ended up in no man's land. Ibrahimovic. And it's half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Annecy unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. So straight into the second half.
Annecy can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even...
Shapes to shoot! And a neat finish! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Gyökeres. Çalhanoğlu. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Van Dijk. Pedri. Çalhanoğlu. Conte. Now Seedorf. Oh, that's a very decent ball now.
Ibrahimovic really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn. There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Oh, easy pickings there. Timber. It's a pretty loose pass. So we've reached the hour mark. Çalhanoğlu passing nice and neat. Neymar. Oh, such a clever touch. Can he finish?
Neymar just dropped the shoulder to engineer the feint. Now he'll have to shoulder the blame.
Messi goes short. Chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Calhanoglu, and this is Messi. And that could well leave a mark. Well, now it's a race for the ball, and it's played in here.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Griezmann. Now it's Griezmann.
That's going in strongly.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Silvestre. Conte. Driving on and making good progress. Calhanoglu. Bastoni. Messi. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Gusto. And it's Pedri. Just about up to 75 minutes. Short changes him with that pass. Griezmann was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And they win it back again. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. De Gea claims comfortable. Gusto. Calhanoglu. Can he get on the end of this? He's picked his way through, and he's there to make the challenge. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Nicely spread. He's got away. And the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Kante getting this one clear. Looking for options for movement. Great chance! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Gusto clearly furious with himself there. They looked for all the world like they were going to go 3-up.
Anagata will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Van Dijk. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Silvestre. Seedorf. Silvestre. Gusto does really well there. He is strong. And that's going to be a booking.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Silvestre. That's Rijkaard. Oh, good-looking ball. And it's Serginho.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And the number on the board is 3. Pedri. Gyökeres on 2 now and looking for 3. Massaro over to the right flank. He's in plenty of space here. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things go...